There's nothing to see here. There's no computer programming problem. Don't look at those programs. There's nothing to see there.
What we've got to talk about really is to leave the conspiracy theories behind.
This election was smooth, secure, transparent, and accurate.
That's what they're telling us, right? This is crazy, man. These people think we're stupid.
Do you think his supporters, I mean, are they racist in your opinion?
Yes, and uneducated, and they can't see the truth. They've been conned. They just don't understand the flagrancy that this guy has complete disregard for decency and honesty and the truth.
And that's over 70 million Americans. Do you think racism is that big of a problem in our country?
Yeah, clearly.
They really do. They say what the Democrats tell them to say. If you say, these people are stupid, he's stupid, for 4 years, over and over and over, every night, you start to believe it. Well, the problem is, journalists, in our day, journalists are supposed to be trustworthy. These guys aren't. They're part of the problem. So the question is it real? Is it manipulating votes? Check this out.
Yeah, well, it's definitely real, and more will be coming out over the next few days. We are investigating, and the information, Dan, is just shocking. And what you need to know about Dominion is that this is a foreign company, but it also has a U.S. office that's based out of Denver, Colorado, actually my home state. And they have been systematically embedding software being used by U.S. elections in various states, up to possibly 38 states, at least 28 that we're aware of. And they have as a feature, not just a bug, but as a feature, the ability to cancel votes, manipulate votes, look at the vote tallies.
I'm going to show you some data from a data scientist on Twitter. He tweeted what he found in the computers. And it's crazy. Check this out.
Fluctuations in the voting numbers reported on election night can indicate otherwise. According to a Twitter post from a data scientist, Michigan counted almost 150,000 votes within 5 seconds, and less than 6,000 of them were for Trump. And Virginia's vote count was reduced by over 100,000 votes in the early hours of the morning. The data scientist also told us she found Wisconsin had an average count of 325 votes per second, while Washington hit a peak of over 130,000 vote counts per second. And in one video, what looks to be CNN's 2020 election coverage showed 20,000 votes in Pennsylvania being transferred from Trump to Biden. Other reported glitches have caused separate issues. Wisconsin election workers had to duplicate over 13,000 ballots because of a printing error, which meant every ballot had to be opened and read.
All right, so that went by pretty quick. So let's go take a better look at this.
According to a Twitter post from a data scientist, Michigan counted almost 150,000 votes within 5 seconds, and less than 6,000 of them were for Trump.
Counted 150,000 votes in 5 seconds, and less than 6,000 of them were for Trump.
And Virginia's vote count was reduced by over 100,000 votes in the early hours of the morning.
In Virginia, in the wee hours of the morning, they reduced Trump's votes 100,000. They reduced them in the wee hours of the morning.
Told us she found Wisconsin had an average count of 325 votes per second, while Washington hit a peak of over 130,000 vote counts per second.
Oh my God. 300,000 in a second. 130 vote counts per second. That's counting pretty fast. I'm not sure exactly what that means.
And in one video, what looks to be CNN's 2020 election coverage showed 20,000 votes in Pennsylvania being transferred from Trump to Biden.
Right on CNN. Oh, you gotta love that. right on CNN. CNN provided evidence. CNN showed that 20,000 votes was transferred while they were broadcasting the results of the election. Oh my God. They've done it this time. Can you imagine this plan? I want to point something out. You see, the scope and magnitude of this took 4 years to plan it. And it was Obama and Hillary and their little gang that did it. You know, they had the CIA, they had the NSA, they had the FBI. They had everybody going after this guy. CIA, the NSA, and the FBI, all against Trump. Every one of them. Think about it. They spent $30 million on an investigation for 2 years, the Mueller report. And they found nothing. And then, even though they found nothing, they couldn't find nothing, and they keep making stuff up. Then they had an impeachment. And they still couldn't hurt him because this guy is clean. They've probably never had a president that's in the office that's actually doesn't have a past or anything they can use against him. I know when he first got in the house, the very first night he went in there. It was Comey that tried to punk him very first night. Oh, they got stuff against you in Russia. Yeah, it was they caught you pissing, you know, on somebody or something. I don't know what it was exactly. It was out of a bar room. It was a barroom conversation. And Trump just laughed it off. You think he's not a fighter? He's going up against everybody. And they haven't got him. Now, this plan has been in existence for 4 years. Think about it. All the swing states. Who knows? Maybe every state. But, I mean, how can you have all these Republicans winning and then Trump losing? I'll tell you how. They filled out a whole bunch of voters and they just checked Biden. That's all they did. And so what happened was the Republican Senate won, and Republicans are getting elected right and left, but not Trump, because they were going after him. Crazy. They've had something to pull this off in all these states. Must have took an unimaginable amount of planning. You know, all the dead people that voted, 10,000 in one state, 9,000 in another. Somebody got all the people who were 90 years old and older in old folks' homes and registered them, and they all voted for Biden. Another one was, normally mail-in ballots are rejected. About 30% of them are rejected. Not this year. You'd think with that many people of 90 and older filling out all those mail-in ballots might have made a few mistakes, but no, they didn't make no mistakes. They're really good. They had a lot of help. Crazy, man. I tell you what, this is serious. And did you know? The Clinton campaign is connected to the company that builds those voting machines that they found these glitches in. Think about that. This has been going on for years, man. They've had this planned out for years. Don't let them do it. Don't listen to the media anymore. They lie all the time. And I'll do a video on that.